Welcome to the enchanting world of Eldergrove, a village nestled in mystery and bound by the whispers of ancient mists. Journey with us as we unravel the tale of Aaron, a courageous soul who ventures beyond the veil to uncover secrets that will forever change his world. Whether you're relaxing at home, going for a walk, or enjoying your favorite hobby, let this captivating story of adventure and discovery accompany you and awaken your imagination. Part 1. Whispers in the Fog. In a land far removed from bustling cities and the ceaseless clamors of the modern world lay a village known as Eldergrove, an enclave of serene cottages and cobblestone paths woven beneath the sheltering arms of ancient oaks. It sat nestled in a deep valley. Yet Eldergrove's tranquility bore a secret unease that had woven itself into the very fabric of the village life. For hidden within the embrace of dusk and dawn were the mysterious mists that rolled like restless spirits among the trees and along the paths. For as long as any could remember, the mists served as both a silent guardian and a silent thief. It was on days when the fog curled thickest around the village that women would speak in hushed tones, casting furtive glances toward the horizon. Children were warned never to wander too far when the mist kissed the edges of the fields or claimed the meadows. Yet tales of disappearances woven with fear softened with each telling across time, until they became no more than strange legends. Among the children of the village, there was a particular boy named Aaron, known for the curious gleam in his eyes and an affinity for finding beauty in the forgotten corners of Eldergrove. Often, he would wander through the woods or to the edge of the hilly cliffs, pondering the mystery that lay hidden in the swirling fog. The old peddler, who often visited the village with trinkets and tales from far lands, once told him that the mists were whispers of a world beyond a realm awash with wonders and shadows. Though spoken with a grain of salt, these stories took root in Aaron's imagination, deeper than any other. One early morning, as the sun struggled to break through the dense canopy of gray, Eldergrove awoke to unsettling news. Lydia, one of the village elders known for her stories and wisdom, had disappeared without a trace. The only remnant found was her knitted shawl, damp with dew, left at the edge of the woods where the mist pooled like a slow river. Shock turned to resignation, for the villagers knew too well how those who strayed into the fog rarely returned. Yet, Aaron's heart rebelled against this silent accord. Perhaps it was the spark of adventure or the tendrils of the old peddler's tales that wove a tapestry of wonder in his mind. Whatever the reason, Aaron found himself drawn to the edge of the mist, standing where Lydia's shawl lay forlorn and forsaken. Questions he did not dare ask aloud thrummed in his heart. As he stood there, the edges of the fog reached for him with gentle persistence, as if inviting him to step beyond the boundaries of his world into theirs. The villagers' warnings danced a dangerous waltz in his mind. But amidst the symphony of doubts, Aaron felt a pull stronger than fear, a need to understand, to uncover the secrets buried beneath the veil of whispers. Without a second thought, his foot slipped forward, breaking the boundary into the unknown. The mist swirled about him, wrapping him in its cool embrace. Each step forward echoed with ancient promises as the world of Eldergrove faded into the background. Unseen pathways opened before him as he ventured further, driven by a blend of apprehension and awe. The air crackled with energy, alive with secrets older than the roots of the oldest oak. Shadows danced along the edges of his vision, ethereal and fleeting, hinting at the mysteries that hid just beyond the veil. With every beat of his heart that sounded like a drum against the quiet, Aaron pressed on, unaware that he was not just stepping into a realm of faded myths, but unraveling the very threads of destiny itself. His journey had just begun, and with it, the fabric of hidden truths and revelations would soon be brought to light in ways that would forever change the fate of Eldergrove. The whispers in the fog were about to be heard. Part 2. The vanishing village. Aaron's courage did not betray him as the endless gray world shifted around him with each step he took. He found himself moving through what seemed a labyrinth of silver shadows and shimmering echoes. The mists were no longer just an ethereal shroud, but a living, breathing realm, where glimmers of forgotten dreams hovered like will-o'-the-wisps. The path under Aaron's feet felt as if it were guiding him to a specific destination. A twist of fate, orchestrated by the mists themselves. After what felt like an eternity, the mists began to dissipate ever so slightly, revealing silhouettes of a place that seemed familiar yet not. As the fog thinned, he stood astonished before a vision of Eldergrove, not as it was, but as it might have been in ancient times. Here, the cottages were draped with flowers that seemed almost iridescent, paths laid with stones that murmured softly underfoot, and trees towering higher still, their boughs interwoven conspiratorially. Aaron wandered through this mirrored village, his heart a confluence of wonder and bewilderment. It was then that he saw them, the people. Figures moved gracefully through this alternate Eldergrove, wrapped in a tranquility that seemed to come from another era. Their faces bore a halo of knowledge, and though they seemed aware of Aaron's presence, it was as if they were entrapped in a gentle reverie, seeing him yet seeing through him. Among these wraith-like villagers, Aaron's gaze fell upon Lydia. Her smile was wistful, her form no different than the rest who wandered this mystical enclave. He called out to her, voice trembling with a mix of relief and desperation, but his words faded into the air without echo. Lydia turned towards him, and though her lips never moved, Aaron felt her voice resonate inside him. The mist holds us, watches us, yet never enslaves us. You have come to understand, have you not, child? Before Aaron could muster a coherent reply, a presence gathered at the edge of his awareness, a watchful force within the fog. Unlike the village ghosts, this entity bristled with intent and intelligence. It carried with it the feeling of an ancient, sentient understanding cloaked in misted veils. Its form was never clear, always shifting, a boundary between realms that could think and feel beyond mortal comprehension. Aaron realized that this entity was the mist's soul, an enigmatic guardian of balance, one tied to both the realm of the corporeal and the shadowed lands. It drew near Aaron, and as it did, the silvery luminescence of the village began to throb in harmony with its presence. "Understand we must," echoed the entity's voice in his mind, a voice textured with ages and echoes of lives long past. The boundaries grow thin, balance tips. With no more guidance than his beating heart, Aaron asked, "But why do you take them? What lies in this world that is not ours?" His voice, though unaided by the wind, reached into the very essence of the fog that curled around him. The entity responded slowly, as though weighing each word with a sacred measure. "We take not, we hold. Those who wander unheeded into the mist are called to seek truths muffled by the world of men. Yet we are not masters of this fate, nor can we control what may fade." As the understanding dawned upon Aaron, its simplicity was both liberating and terrifying. The mists, as enchanting and enigmatic they were a portal, a bridge to forgotten insights, both a guide and a misfit guardian of interwoven realities. Only those who sought with heart and spirit could cross and perhaps return with glimpses of truth hidden to mortal eyes. But there was a price. Not all left guided paths unscathed, hence the harrowing tales of disappearance and loss. A deep resolve flickered in Aaron's soul. If he was to end the whispers and the fear, if he was to bridge the reality of Eldergrove with its spectral doppelganger, he had to seek the whispered secrets and return. Amidst the lingering mist, the vanishing village whispered its promise and danger with equal breath. Thus, heart set and spirit undaunted, Aaron took his next step. The visage of Lydia and the unfathomable entities faded into the mist, leaving Aaron alone with the understanding of infinite realities swirling within a single breath of fog. His journey had truly begun, the threads of fate weaving tighter, the path before him both clearer and ever more perilous. Part 3. Secrets of the Shrouded Realm. With newfound determination, Aaron wandered deeper into the Shrouded Realm, guided by an intuition that felt as if it was not his own, but the whisper of the mist itself. It was a realm where time flowed like a river of stardust, unanchored to the constraints of the ticking seconds that governed the mortal world. Here, the landscape shifted with every thought, every emotion, bending and reshaping as if responding to the echoes of his inner self. As he moved, the fog curled languidly around him, parting to reveal glimmers of knowledge and half-formed truths that flickered just beyond his reach. The air here was perfumed with the essence of forgotten memories and veiled dreams, each suspended like a dewdrop on the strands of a spider's web, ornate and delicate. Along his path, Aaron encountered a series of increasingly vivid visions. He saw scenes of the village's past, joyous festivals and sorrowful farewells, moments suspended in time and echoing through this ephemeral realm. These visions were not mere figments, but threads of reality woven into the fabric of the mists, a reminder of the holistic tapestry of existence. The path eventually led him to a clearing where the mist gathered thickly, swirling around an ancient, gnarled oak whose branches twisted skyward like the arms of a forgotten deity. Beneath its expansive canopy stood a stone altar, etched with symbols that seemed to hum in resonance with the pulse of the earth. Upon the altar lay a single objective mirror finely wrought, its surface polished to a brilliance that seemed to capture not light, but the very essence of the mist. Stepping forward to unravel part of what he had come to understand, to fulfill the journey that would bridge realms and release the silent watchers of the mists from their ghostly vigil, Aaron embarked on the path of returning, a journey that would reveal more wonders and unforeseen trials still hidden in the hearts of the fog. Part 4. Beyond the Veil. As Aaron retraced his path through the shifting mists, he carried with him the weight of the truths unveiled beneath the ancient oak. The mist-altered world around him seemed quieter now, as if holding its breath in expectation of his return. Colors and sounds that were once muted now pulsed with vibrancy, as if eager to reveal more, yet content to await their moment. Each step toward Eldergrove stirred within Aaron a deep sense of clarity, the knowledge that his journey had unearthed not just answers, but a dialogue between realms, a harmonious accord binding past and present. But returning to the village with such revelations on his shoulders was daunting. How could he communicate the depth of what he had learned, or persuade those steeped in fear and tradition to embrace this newfound understanding? As he neared the border of the mist, Aaron found himself standing at the threshold of the world he once knew, now forever changed to his eyes. The villagers were gathered at the village square, their faces etched with anxiety at his sudden disappearance. Doubt lingered in their eyes, shadows playing across their expressions like specters of fear. They worried that Aaron, like Lydia and those before him, had been lost to the discarnate embrace of the fog. The moment Aaron stepped back into their midst, murmurs of disbelief and relief rippled through the crowd. Elders looked upon him with a mixture of apprehension and curiosity, eager to discern the truths that hid behind his presence. Aaron, steeling himself with the resolve provided by the mists, began to recount his journey. He spoke of the mirrored Eldergrove, the spectral villagers, and the ancient covenant of the mists. He described the visions of past and future entwined, the balance that must be maintained between the tangible and the intangible, and the profound knowledge that the mists offered not ensnarement, but enlightenment. His words carried the wisdom of the journey, the essence of the truth revealed to him, resonating through the assembly like an awakening dawn. Among the villagers, Lydia stepped forward, her presence a reminder of strength amid the crowd. Though she had been lost to their physical eyes, she had never been gone. Her gaze met Aaron's, silently affirming the revelations he had carried back across the veil. Her own understanding, garnered from the mist's embrace, coalesced with Aaron's testimony to weave a narrative strong enough to pierce doubt. In the days that followed, the village of Eldergrove began to transform. No longer did the villagers view the mists as entities of fear and loss. Instead, they saw them for what they truly were, a passageway to understanding, a veil that offered both mystery and knowledge. The tales of disappearances were retold as journeys of discovery, and the whispers in the fog ceased to be omens of dread. Aaron continued to explore the balance between the realms, guiding others who sought the wisdom promised by the mist. As the mists thinned and swelled with the cycles of time, the village thrived in harmony with the unseen forces that shadowed its existence, free from the shackles of fear. Though the mysteries of the mists were many, the light of understanding now permeated their gentle embrace, allowing Eldergrove to step beyond the veil into a future brightened not just by the clarity of day, but by the iridescent whispers of the fog. Aaron's journey had opened not merely a door, but an understanding that bound the heart of Eldergrove to the rhythm of the unseen, every breath an echo of ancient secrets, uncovered and shared. Yet, unknown to Aaron and his village, the mists still kept hidden a final revelation, a secret intertwined with destiny, waiting in silent promise for the moment its truth would be unveiled. The story of the journey through the mists was not yet complete, but only another step in a greater odyssey that stretched across countless dawns. Part 5. Revelations in the Mist. The village of Eldergrove settled into a new kind of peace, its relationship with the mists transformed by Aaron's journey. With balance restored, the residents embraced the mists not as adversaries, but as custodians of ancient wisdom. As time unfurled, the days of fear faded like shadows at dawn, leaving a tapestry of unity and understanding woven by shared truths. Aaron, now a young man, continued to be drawn to the enigmatic embrace of the fog. It became a sanctuary for contemplation, a place where the boundaries of knowledge shifted in shimmering hues. Though the villagers trusted Aaron's insights, few dared to venture as deeply as he had, content in their renewed harmony. Yet Aaron felt a pull, a whisper of unfinished business wrapped in the mist's secrets, a longing to delve further into realms he sensed were undiscovered. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant strokes, Aaron stood at the edge of the village gazing at the encroaching fog. Its tendrils seemed particularly restless, hinting at a dance of new revelations. With a heart full of purpose, Aaron stepped forward, welcoming the cool embrace as a familiar guide. This time, the journey unfolded differently. The mist seemed alive with an urgency he had never before sensed, their whispers laced with a song of lament and hope. The path revealed rarely seen layers of the shrouded realm, where light bent in impossible ways and shadows danced in forgotten rhythms. Soon, Aaron arrived at a place he had never seen, a clearing bathed in ethereal luminescence, where the air hummed with an ancient energy. In the heart of the clearing stood a stone circle, each slab etched with runes that glowed softly with an inner fire. In the center of this circle loomed a towering figure cloaked in robes of shifting mist, their face masked by a veil of stars. It was an entity unlike any Aaron had encountered, an embodiment of the mist's deepest mysteries. "Welcome, seeker of truths," the figure's voice flowed through the clearing, resonating not in words but in thought. Aaron felt the depth of eons in its presence, an existence spanning beyond mortal comprehension. The entity continued, "A tale unfinished awaits your understanding, a truth hidden even from our woven threads." With apprehensive curiosity, Aaron approached, feeling the weight of destiny settle upon him. The secrets he had uncovered before had prepared him for this moment, yet the enormity of what lay ahead was daunting. As he stepped into the circle, the runes blazed brighter, weaving a tapestry of stories into the air. "You are the guardian of the mists," Aaron spoke, his voice a soft echo of certainty. "In part," answered the figure. "We are but one of many, caretakers of boundaries, watchers of balance. But the mists have called you, Aaron, not just to restore what was lost, but to reclaim what has been forgotten." The air shimmered with visions conjured from the entity's thoughts. A history of Eldergrove entwined with the fabric of the mists, the village's founding tied to a covenant of guardianship between mortal and ethereal forces. The fog was not merely a phenomena but a legacy, a trust bestowed upon chosen souls like Aaron destined to ensure harmony across realms. The revelation coursed through him, a truth that resonated with every fiber of his being. He understood at last the compulsion that drew him towards the mist, the connection that anchored him in both worlds. He was not merely an explorer or an intermediary. Aaron was a guardian himself, entrusted with the sacred duty of maintaining balance between visible and unseen realms. "Then what must I do?" Aaron asked, feeling both the weight and the liberation of this truth. "Guide your people with wisdom. Cherish the stories of the past while forging paths for the future. The mist will always be with you, your ally and guide in this sacred dance." With those words, the entity began to dissipate, its essence weaving back into the mist with a graceful inevitability. The runes dimmed, but their glow lingered, reflecting the bond forged between Aaron and the realm he was now a part of. Stepping from the circle, Aaron was filled with a peace unlike any he had known before, an understanding of his place within the vast network of life and legend. As he returned to Eldergrove, veil parting before him like a curtain of dreams, Aaron carried within him the knowledge that would not just illuminate his path, but those of generations yet to come. The secrets in the mist had become revelations, marking an ongoing journey rather than an end. etching Aaron's legacy into the living history of the land. Part 6. The Unseen Return. Eldergrove was bathed in the light of a new dawn as Aaron returned, each step resonating with a quiet purpose that had taken root deep within his soul. The village, now flourishing under the watchful gaze of the mists, seemed alive with an energy that was both ancient and renewed. The once murky fog that had shrouded the village in fear now served as a guardian, its whispers transformed into a symphony of guidance and promise. The village elders gathered to meet Aaron, their eyes reflecting a mixture of reverence and curiosity. News of his ventures into the mists had woven its way through Eldergrove like threads of a tapestry, each story layered with intrigue and inspiration. They saw in him not just a voyager of the unseen world, but a bridge between the known and the unknown. Aaron shared his revelations with them, speaking of the hidden lineage of guardianship that bound their community to the realm of the mists. He recounted the entity's message, the charge of maintaining harmony and ensuring that the village thrived in its rightful place within the greater tapestry of existence. His words wove a narrative that stitched together the past, present, and future of Eldergrove. With newfound understanding, the elders and villagers embraced their roles as stewards of the balance. They understood now, as never before, the symbiotic relationship they held with the mists, a delicate dance of protection and enlightenment. Their stories, preserved and cherished through oral tradition, became a living chronicle passed from one generation to the next. As time unfurled, Aaron's presence became a constant source of wisdom. He taught the children not to fear the fog, but to listen to its ancient songs and learn from the tales it carried. The mists became a classroom of life, instilling in the younger generations a sense of respect and wonder for the mysteries of the world around them. Years turned as the seasons, and Aaron grew to be an elder in his own right. He lived to see his vision of a united Eldergrove flourish, a village that respected the balance of lore and reality, woven together by the silken bonds of mist and memory. As the keeper of lore, he remained the vanguard of the village's stories, ensuring that the chronicles of the past were interwoven with the ever-expanding future. The mists continued their eternal dance around Eldergrove, a perpetual reminder of the covenant between mankind and the realms that lay beyond. To wander into its embrace was no longer viewed as a venture into oblivion, but as a journey full of potential, both challenging and enlightening, an invitation to transcend the barriers of understanding. In the twilight of his days, Aaron often wandered to the edge of the mist, his heart a tapestry of recollections that spanned a lifetime. The whispers in the fog spoke to him still, their voices a chorus of the many lives that had woven through his own. One such evening, as the sun melted into the horizon and the mists swirled with an inviting familiarity, Aaron felt the gentle pull once more. As he stepped beyond the veil, Eldergrove watched, understanding that another chapter had begun. But this time there was no fear, only a collective sense of gratitude for the guardian who had bridged their world with wonders beyond. Aaron's journey had come full circle, merging with the mists like a whisper carried on the breeze, his legacy etched forever in the hearts of those who had walked alongside him. The village continued to thrive, forever vigilant yet deeply intertwined with the mysteries of the mists, a testament to the enduring bond between humanity and the veiled wonders that awaited beyond. The story of Eldergrove and its unseen guardianship lives on a beacon of understanding, a tapestry stretching beyond the horizon.